All right, let's dive right into this. Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we've got a seriously fascinating roadmap to unpack together. You know, we hear about artificial intelligence literally all the time, about its massive potential to reshape economies and completely shift paradigms. But let's be real, how often do we actually get to see how these huge, high-level AI frameworks map directly onto on-the-ground, tangible, human impacts? Well, today, that is exactly what we're going to look at. We'll be exploring the alignment between the Cohandy operating system and the massive Google APAC AI opportunity. We're going to take these really big concepts and break them down to show you exactly how this tech becomes very real and very useful for actual communities.
Here is our roadmap for today's Explainer. We'll cover 1. The Google AI opportunity, 2. Defining the Cohandy OS, 3. Empowering local governments, 4. Upgrading corporate operations, 5. Connecting the APAC region, and finally, 6. Partnership pathways. Starting right off with Section 1, the Google AI opportunity.
Now, take a look at the sheer scale of the alignment here. Google's APAC AI Opportunity Framework is essentially a blueprint for the future economy. It identifies 15 very specific pillars where AI drives undeniable, measurable economic uplift. And here is the kicker. Cohandy aligns with an incredible 14 out of those 15 pillars. 14 out of 15, that is a massively broad impact. We aren't just talking about some niche app that solves one tiny little problem. No, we're looking at a comprehensive platform that essentially acts as a rising tide for inclusive growth, digital transformation, and workforce modernization across almost the entire spectrum of AI's potential value. Moving right along to Section 2, defining the Cohandy OS.
So let's cut right through the tech jargon for a second. What actually is Cohandy? Well, it's a modular operating system. Just think of it kind of like a smartphone, a flexible digital foundation where you basically plug in exactly what you need. Specifically, it is built to connect 3 core things: youth employment, household services, and facility operations. That's the heart of it. It's a digital ecosystem connecting young people who are looking for structured work with households that really need reliable services and facilities that demand smooth, safe operations. It is literally the local engine powering those 14 AI pillars we just talked about.
But how do we translate those dense AI concepts into everyday practical value? Well, let's take admin time reduction as an example. AI autologs and simplifies workflows. In the real world, that means public frontline staff spend way less time drowning in paperwork and way more time actually delivering services to people. Or look at cybersecurity and public safety. By using identity-based access control, what they call the Gatehouse identity system, you instantly get much stronger protection for public clinics, schools, and corporate sites. And energy efficiency? That translates straight into preventive maintenance, which lowers operating costs and cuts down on waste. So you see, the AI isn't some abstract concept. It's a real, protective, and highly efficient shield for our physical spaces. Let's look at another set of these pillars. How do you actually solve a labor shortage? Well, you use this OS to build a dedicated youth pipeline that steps right in to address those aging workforce gaps. And how do you close the digital divide? You create an inclusive onboarding process through a youth OS that gets people adopting digital tools early on, no matter their background. But think about local wage uplift, because this is huge. The system uses a feature called Market Gate to ensure totally transparent pricing. And when pricing is clear, the youth providing those household services actually earn more through structured, high-trust work. We are talking about direct, measurable economic mobility here.
All right, Section 3, empowering local governments. Let's look at that community-level impact.
For local government units, or LGUs, this is exactly what high-level AI transformation looks like if you're a mayor or a civic leader. Cohandy allows LGUs to proactively build and strengthen their local workforce pipelines, giving young people actual viable opportunities. It drastically improves household safety because it ensures that the services entering people's homes are fully identity verified and tracked. It modernizes how public facilities run by stripping out friction and delays. And crucially, it supports local, community-level administration like barangay operations and youth programs. It literally takes this massive AI opportunity and puts it right to work on the street level to create safer, much more vibrant neighborhoods. Moving on to Section 4, upgrading corporate operations. Now, the sheer adaptability of the Cohandy system is absolutely fascinating. It is the exact same technological tool, but it yields beautifully tailored results depending entirely on who is using it. On one hand, local governments are using it for community operations and household safety. But on the flip side, corporates can deploy the very same platform for their ESG, environmental, social, and governance programs. They're using it to streamline retail, logistics, and property management. It's a single, foundational AI operating system that's driving two completely different, yet equally vital sectors.
If you're sitting in a corporate boardroom, the absolutely crucial point is this. The platform tackles the heavy lifting for you. By automating things like dispatch, documentation, and quality control, it drives much higher productivity per worker. Plus, it actively reduces burnout, which is huge, especially in demanding care or operational environments, and allows corporations to seamlessly execute their workforce development plans and hit those vital ESG targets, all while driving pure, bottom-line operational efficiency across all their facilities. It proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that real social impact and hardcore business efficiency can absolutely operate on the exact same bandwidth.
Let's pan out a bit for Section 5, connecting the APAC region.
Zooming out to the macro cross-border level, Cohandy is built from the ground up as a replicable model for regional partners looking at the entire Asia-Pacific landscape. Let's de-jargon one phrase here: diaspora-powered service networks. What that really means is leveraging the incredible power of overseas workers and regional communities to digitally support and organize service networks back home, or even across borders. Throw in auto-translation for seamless cross-market replication, and suddenly you've got a system that perfectly aligns with those massive APAC digital trade and AI adoption goals. It literally scales effortlessly from a single local neighborhood clinic to a massive region-wide digital economy network.
This quote honestly just cements everything we've been talking about today. A scalable model aligned with APAC AI economic frameworks. And that's because it is definitely not operating in a vacuum. The Cohandy OS actually integrates deeply with the broader Google ecosystem. For instance, that MarketGate feature we talked about, it supports Google Ads, which drives local commerce. The youth who are adopting this OS early, a lot of them become creators who benefit directly from YouTube. The whole stack is completely cloud-ready. It is a holistic, top-to-bottom integration that strengthens partner programs and ensures that, as the broader digital economy grows, the local workforce is growing right along with it.
Finally, bringing it all together in Section 6, Partnership Pathways.
We've laid out the big vision here, so what are the immediate actionable next steps? Think of this like a cascading chain reaction. Step 1. Local governments can act right now to launch their youth employment and household safety initiatives using the platform. Step 2. Corporates can immediately begin integrating the OS to completely modernize their facility operations and really formalize their ESG workforce development. And Step 3. APAC regional partners can take this proven, already functioning model and drive regional replication, expanding those diaspora networks and digital trade initiatives. 3 super clear steps, 3 distinct actors, but one unified ecosystem.
Just to summarize the core value proposition of this whole partnership, this offers a completely ready-to-deploy workforce and service OS. There is absolutely no need to reinvent the wheel here. It provides a safe, identity-driven platform, meaning that world-class security and trust are built into the very foundation for both public and private institutions. But honestly, most importantly, it represents a youth-first, community-centered approach to digital transformation. We talk a lot about AI and we talk a lot about data, but at the end of the day, it is about human beings. It's about giving young people real jobs and making our communities safer and way more efficient.
I want to leave you with a final, slightly provocative thought. As AI completely reshapes the APAC economy, is your community ready to align? We've seen today how seamlessly a system like Cohandy maps onto 14 of the 15 pillars of the Google AI opportunity. We've seen the very real value it brings to local governments, to big corporations, and to the broader region as a whole. The technology is already here, the framework is mapped out, and the pathways are incredibly clear. So the only question left is whether you are ready to take that step and bring this AI-driven ecosystem into your own community. Think about it. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this sparks some fantastic ideas for your next steps.